4 years ago, my family and I went on an amazing sailing trip up in Maine. So when we got back, did my self-breast exam and realized I had a lump. Had the mammogram done a couple days later, and they wouldn't let me leave. It turned out to be triple negative breast cancer, which is a rare form of breast cancer that has a high mortality rate. So, we just kind of, as a family, decided this was a fight we were willing to take on and do what needed to be done to get to the point where we were cancer-free. So after consulting a triple negative specialist, they decided to do a double mastectomy and then follow that with additional chemotherapy and then radiation. We were getting to that point of feeling like, we had beat it. At the end of this past summer, we were again on vacation, came back from there, and I developed a cough. So I kind of insisted on having a chest x-ray done. And the very next day he called me to let me know that there were 3 large masses in my lungs. At that point, I was able to go to Winship Cancer Center to get into a clinical trial. It was a little bit of a boomerang to have this diagnosis happen again and to face this uncertainty of what the future might have. But I knew I could use my voice to speak out. So for me, the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network became the organization that gave me hope because I was able to do something about my cancer diagnosis. The American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network works at the local level all the way through the national level to make sure that the needs of cancer survivors and cancer patients are being heard by those who have the influence. The reality is that, if it wasn't for a mammogram and an ultrasound confirming my triple negative breast cancer, my doctor would have thought it was just a cyst and it could have just gone, untreated. But because I had insurance that covered a mammogram, I didn't have to make a choice between having the test done or whether my family was going to eat or not. Not everyone has that luxury. So ACS CAN is fighting for those people, trying to get laws changed so that they can have those basic screenings done, so that people can have access to care. As long as I have a voice, I'm going to be on the phone. I'm going to make sure that my legislators know that that bill's not just words on paper, but a person whose life's going to be affected by it. When they're looking at a budget and they're deciding to cut funding, that's not just a number on a page, but it's a person. If you care about someone who has cancer, if you cared enough to come to a Making Strides event, care enough to join ACS CAN, care enough to be a part of it and add your voice. 1 in 8 women are going through this. 1 in 8 of us are going to get that phone call from a doctor. You add that voice and you remind them. You remind them that today someone's going to get a phone call saying that their life will never be the same.